not a media where you only display your content. You need to communicate your content. Okay, you need to talk with your audience. It's not a one-way medium, it's two-way medium. All right, so we need to know our audience, what they want, what they like, what they don't like. Okay, so we can communicate better with them. So this is my audience. 94% of them is women, moms, new moms, okay, and only 5% of them are men. Okay, and the age range are from 25 years old to 34 years old, and the rest is here, older and younger. Okay, so I know who I want to talk to. This is my strategy. Oh, sorry, wait a minute. Okay, now how I get to know my audience? First, I create time. Okay, I create time to talk to them. I replay their DMs, I replay their comment, I create conversation with them. Like I ask them, what's your challenge right now? How old is your child, etc. Okay, so I get to know what they want from me and what I can offer to them. Okay, and then this is the next step. This is the strategy. Like I said before, every content creator have their own strategy, and based on my experience, this is the one that worked best for me. Maybe you can create your own strategy, or you can use the same strategy as me. Okay. So this is my formula. Okay, I add my uniqueness and what my audience wants, plus the message, and then create the creative design. Okay, that make it 100%. For example, okay, this is we are talking about content creation steps, the unbranded one. This is the educational content that I create. Okay, first I need to find the pain point. The pain point is what my audience needs, what my audience wants to hear from me. Okay, so this basically in my audience, the pain point is always the parenting challenges. Okay, the parenting challenges. My kids don't want to eat. My kids don't want to sleep. My kids don't want to brush their teeth. That's the pain point. Okay. And then number two, I need to find credible information. This is the parenting wisdom. This is the things that I offer from my expertise. Okay, I have a degree in Montessori diploma. All right, so I can give them the parenting wisdom from Montessori or from positive discipline. Okay, and then or we can also call it the message. Okay, and then we find engagement tools. So like I said before, this media is not just a place to display our content, but to engage with audience, to communicate with audience. So we need to find tools to engage with them, right? You can use quizzes, questions, discussion, etc. One simple trick is always end your caption or your post with question. Okay, with simple question. This simple question will trigger communication from your audience to you. Okay, always end the caption with a simple question, like, what do you think? What about you? Do you have any idea? Do you have any challenge that you want to share with me? Like that. Okay, and then the last step is the production. It's the copywriting, it's the shooting, it's the designing. Okay. Okay, this is the example, guys. The pain point, the parents' challenge is parents are afraid of making mistakes in parenting. Okay, the problem is that, so this is the parenting wisdom that I want to share with them, that excessive fear of mistakes can hinder their learning process. If they are always afraid of making mistakes, then they did not learn anything. Then they will have a new skill. Okay, so I want to talk to them about this. And then I need to find engagement tools, right? So my engagement tools is a discussion. How can I create a discussion with parents who are afraid of mistakes? I make myself vulnerable. I show them that I make mistakes too. I made mistakes too. It's okay to talk to me. I am someone who are not 100% expert in parenting. I make mistake along the way too, but this is the difference. I can learn something from my mistake, and you can learn from my mistakes too. So I share my mistakes with you. Okay. When do you know that surprisingly, when I open up about my mistakes, they all acknowledge their own mistakes. Oh, I did that too. Oh, so this is not the end. I can still do something better, and etc. etc. They open up to me. Okay, so and the production is the copywriting and designing, and then this is what I post. Okay, this is what I post. The title is my mistakes when I learned Montessori. Okay, and then I open up all my mistakes. There are 5 of them, and then I write a very long caption that show my vulnerability. Okay, maybe some of you think that, oh, people don't read long caption. Okay, but that's when we need to go back to who our audience is. Turn out my audience loves to read long caption. They love to read a long storytelling about others' parenting journey. Okay, so they really absorb this. They really absorb this. See, over here, I always end my caption with a question. Do you want to open up about your mistakes too? Okay, and then this is what happens, everybody. 93 people open up about their mistakes. Okay, this is a conversation. This is an engagement. Okay, and look at this. This is the first star in Instagram. You know, we don't really care about likes. We don't really care about the comments, but this one is the first star. When you got a lot of saves, Instagram will boost your content, so so more people will read it. Okay, so make sure that you have something that people want to remember, so they save it in their account. Okay, these mistakes are something that parents want to remember, so they don't have the same mistake. That's why they save it, right? Okay, okay, that's the content. Okay, unbranded content creation steps. Okay, to make it easier, you can plan ahead too. You can create your own plan, maybe a content for a month, or if you don't have time, you can buy a complete a content template and personalize it. Okay, this is, I'll show you how I did it. Okay, because I don't have that much time to create my own plan, so I use this, I buy this. Okay, I bought this complete content template, and then I personalize it to my expertise. Okay, so like this, they already gives you plan for the post, for the feed. All right, 4 feeds in a week, and template for stories in a week. Okay, and this I bought the 2 months plan, I think 2 months plans. So this is how this works, right? First, you need to take the template and then personalize it to your expertise or your content. If I want to talk about parenting, so this should be about parenting too. Okay. This should be about parenting. This should be about parenting. So the template that they gave is in general. You can always make it more specific to your niche of content. All right. Now let's back to, let's back to this presentation. All right, now we talk about branded content, okay? Maybe some of you think, can we mix an educational content to a branded content too? Can we? Of course we can, okay? So this one is pretty much the same, but we have additional thing over here, that is the brand messages, okay? This is the one that very important for the brand we work with or for the client. So we need to consider it, what they want to talk to our audience. Okay, so this is the client brief. We need to understand the brand message first, and then we find suitable pain point. If for the unbranded content, we start with the pain point. Now, because we work with the brand, we need to start with the client brief first, and then we will find the suitable pain point to match with the client brand, the brand messages, and then we will find engagement tools, and then we do the production. Okay. Now let's play, everybody. Imagine that you were me. What would you post if you have an offer for a brand? This is Pure Kids, a toothpaste brand for kids. The brand want to communicate that this toothpaste is without SLS. SLS is a soap, some kind of soap. So this is a safe option for children. Okay, let's take for about 5 minutes. Is 5 minutes enough? Mas Rizal, is 5 minutes enough? Okay, think about what are you going to post if you were me. Okay, this is the brief. Pure Kids toothpaste without SLS is a safe option for kids. I will open this to help you create your content. Okay. Three more minutes. 3 more minutes.
Mbak, maybe I'd like to try, Mbak.
All right.
All right. So first of all, I understood the brand message with the client brief, which is marketing the toothpaste without SLS, Mbak ya. And then the suitable pain point is how, to me, which I'm so sorry, I'm nervous. The suitable pain point, to me, I think it's how parents could differentiate which toothpaste yang punya SLS, which one yang punya, and which one yang tidak ada SLS. Maybe that's the challenge, the challenge for parents to find the suitable toothpaste without SLS. That means maybe the engagement tools would be, first of all, I'd look at the stories of Instagram. You know, I check on the quizzes first, like do parents know what is SLS? Maybe we could inform them first, like what is SLS, what is the danger of SLS to kids' teeth, and maybe the production would be copywriting. I think it would be suitable for copywriting, and then maybe apa ya, little graphic design maybe with kids. Maybe if we after we interact with the parents through quizzes and questions on stories, and then we discuss, and then we give the answers through our posts of what is SLS and what can we offer for parents that we do not have SLS and we don't have any dangerous chemicals maybe in our toothpaste. Maybe that's my answer for now. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you. That's great. I think I would like to try that too in my story, because one of the tools that we can use to interact with audience in stories are making quizzes, making polling, making questions like that. So it can engage the audience about this topic and how important is this topic. And then after that, we can show our brand message to them. Okay, I think that's very nice. Thank you. Anyone else?
Me, Mbak, can I try?
Okay.
Maybe I'd like to supplement Aurel's response, because I think she did very well, because she's already in the advertisement industry, Mbak. That's why. But maybe I'd like to fill into Aurel's response. So I feel like the approach would be, hey moms, did you know that? Right? And then the point would be to present data on the function of SLS and its effect towards kids. And the second point would be, why is it safer to use non-SLS toothpaste, and direct it to offering the non-SLS toothpaste. And I think that in terms of like the copywriting, maybe we can do sort of like, nah moms, kalian udah beralih ke non-SLS toothpaste belum? Yuk cek dulu di kamar mandi moms masing-masing. Which means, have you changed your toothpaste? Have you checked your kid's toothpaste in your bathroom? And yeah, something like that. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you. I think that's very good point of view, where we ask them to check their kids' toothpaste. Is there SLS in their toothpaste? So we create a need for them to use this brand, because this brand promise you that they have no SLS. Okay. Anyone else before I show you what I made? Anyone else? Okay.
Hi, Mbak. Maybe I'd like to try, since earlier you mentioned about being vulnerable and being open to the audience about the mistake that you made in the past. I believe SLS also contained in several cosmetic like shampoo, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe highlight more on like the effect of SLS, like maybe in toothpaste it can cause like maybe a rash or something. And so maybe like as moms pernah lihat mungkin anaknya ada kayak rash, runny, karena misalnya kayak pokoknya kayak telling more about the experience and like being vulnerable, as you mentioned earlier, and then highlight on how every parents want the best for their children, hence maybe consider changing your kids' toothpaste into something that does not contain SLS, which is why you should consider changing it into pure, if I'm not mistaken, the brand. Yeah, so yeah, maybe that's the approach that I would take. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. That's interesting too, because you create a wake-up call, right? Wake-up call. Look at your kids. Look at your kids. Does he have a dry mouth? Does he always reject the toothpaste when they brush your teeth, brush their teeth, etc. It's a wake up call, and I think it's very important to engage with parents. Okay, 2 more person, all right.
Yeah, Damar from Figo Figo, I think. This is 5.8% your follower, the man. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I want to know. Not I want to know. I need to know what a man's perspective on this.
Okay, but first of all, I think gender doesn't really plays role in this kind of advertising and content creating, but I think in my perspective, I kind of agree with Lulu the way that she wants to appeal the after effect of the SLS. I think that kind of content will be like, because we are the point is we are raising the awareness, right, about SLS, about the danger and the long after effect after using after continuously using the SLS on our kids' toothbrush. Actually, so I think I want to like shows like this is as what SLS actually can cause your kids you. And I think by raising that kind of awareness will make parents will be more like careful and picky in choosing the toothbrush, and that will give our product an opportunity and a space to perform. That's
Okay,
my opinion.
thank you. Very interesting, Figo. And the last one, before I share you what I posted.
I think my answer will be similar with Figo's and also Lulu's. I feel like a more soft selling approach will help moms, especially I feel like moms like content that are more like educational and they can read about it so they can actually give a positive effect to their kids, right? I feel like something a little more educational and a little more soft selling, not really in your face, like you need to buy this toothpaste. I don't think they should be doing that kind of approach. I feel like it can be done by copywriting. Maybe like the first few Instagram posts could be like benefits of not using SLS, or maybe a more environmental approach, like why this could be better for your kids, etc., etc. Maybe things like that. I think that's from me. Thank you.
Okay. Did you just stalk my Instagram, Freya?
No. Oh, did that really happen? I didn't know.
No, because that's what I did. Okay?
Yeah.
I picked the soft selling one, and you know what? It's not easy because I have to talk with the brand, with the client, that this might be work. I know my audience, this kind of things might be work. But the brand feels nervous because I didn't display their product in front of the audience face. Like here, let me see. Can you go to my account, Damar Wijayanti, and check on this post? Okay. Did you see a product in here on the first page? No, right? Clients are really afraid when we don't display their products. So it's quite a hard work to make them sure about this approach. Okay. Okay, you guys just literally check this post. So it is so you guys increase my insight too. Thank you. Increase my reach, increase my likes. Thank you. Okay, did you guys find the post? Read it? Okay. So I put the brand picture, the product in the middle. Why in the middle? Because this kind of content is designed to be scrolled through the end. So when I put the brand in the middle, people have to look at the products. Okay. Do you want to know the result? This is the result. This is quite good for branded content, because usually when you hard sell content in a educational account, sorry, there will be no interaction. But this one is quite good. I told you before that the save is the star, and there are 211 parents that save this. Why they save this? Because I put tips on how to make your kids brush their teeth. Okay, the pain is that every parents with kids under 3 always tell me that my kids wouldn't brush their teeth. My kids will cry when I ask them to brush their teeth. My kids will run away. My kids will have a tantrums. That's the real pain point. So I give them tips on how you can make them brush their teeth. One of the tips is to let your kids brush their own teeth. Okay, but this is very frightening for the parents. Why? Because kids under 3 cannot spit it out, and the SLS in a toothpaste, when it gets swollen, it's very dangerous. Okay, so this is when the product or when the brand can be a savior. So you can teach your kids to brush their teeth, but you don't need to get worried if they cannot spit it out. Okay, because this toothpaste is very safe when gets accidentally swollen. Okay, so maybe all those parents who wants their kids to learn to brush their teeth will buy this product. All right, so this is gonna be the solution of their pain point. Okay, what do you think, guys? Thank you, Aurelia. It's not at the end of the post, so that information is still ongoing even with the product mentioned. Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right. Oops. Wait. Okay, now let's talk about the engagement building. Engagement is very important. Like I said before, Instagram is not a place that you display your content, but you need to communicate through engagement in your content. How to build this engagement? This is what I use. So I need to be curious about my audience. That's why I make time to talk to them. I regularly talk to my audience through DMs. I talk to my audience through a question box about what challenge that they have, what kind of what type of communication that they feel comfortable with. Okay, so that I can create a content that are comfortable for them, that are useful for them, etc. Okay, and then number 2 is we always communicate. We have to make time to reply the engagement. Okay, if you ask question in your caption and then someone reply, you need to reply them back. Okay, you can ask them a question and then reply and then you're gone. You cannot do that. Okay, so you need to keep the communication going, so the engagement will be higher. Okay, and then this, always make myself available. Okay. Now this is the challenges and the opportunity when we are working on social media, especially Instagram. The challenges is that Instagram is a fast growing and fast changing media, so this will be a never ended platform learning. I need to learn how the reels work. You know, everybody wants to learn about reels right now, and then it's quite difficult to communicate very educational content in a in a reel, you know, because reel is a type of what we call it, entertainment video, you know. And this is very hard to make this reels content still educational. That's the challenge for me. And then this, anyone anyone have this imposter syndrome? This is a syndrome that tell us that you are not that good enough, you are imposter. Maybe someday someone will blow up your mistake, blow up that you are not that good, etc. So you don't want to post your content. Okay, this is the thing that we need to battle with inside our head. And then this mental, sorry, not mental health, but mental health in unfiltered world, because Instagram is a two-way medium. So people can talk to you, people can give input to you, but unfortunately, some people just don't know how to make input in a comfortable way, you know, and this can be a price for your mental health. So you need to take care of your mental health too. Okay, and then these are the opportunities. We can communicate with bigger audience, where this audience can be our market, can be our communities, etc. Depends on what do you want to build. Okay, and then we have opportunity to monetize our content or selling our product. Like me, I sell my own product that is parenting class, but I also monetize my content with brand. Okay, working with brand or becoming an agent of change, right? Okay, this is key points to keep you growing. If you want to grow, please invest on yourself. Don't invest on buying followers, don't invest on buying likes, but invest on yourself. So you keep enhancing the things that you can offer to your audience. When you have a lot of things to offer, your audience will come to you. Okay, so always invest on yourself. And then number two, always master your platform, whether it's TikTok, whether it's Instagram or blog, you have to master your platform. You need to learn about your platform. If there are changes, you have to keep up to date to that changes, okay? And then here, this is very important thing. Instead of competition, we need to do a lot of collaboration, especially when there are a lot of other influencer that works in the same team as you, at the same topic. For example, there are a lot of people who do the parenting educational in Instagram. So instead of I make a competition with them, I ask them to collaborate. What about a live talk together? What about you become a guest in my post? You create post for me, and then I create post for you, etc. Okay, or we can make a class together, and that's how Good Enough Parents, the learning platform that I create with my friends that I made in meet in Instagram. You know, I collaborate with her. Let's make a class together. Oh, turns out everybody loves the class, and then we decided to make it more bigger and make it a online learning platform for parents. That's how it works. Now, do you want to work as a content creator? Tell me what's your story, what motivates you, and above all, what's your purpose? That's all for me. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Mbak Damar. Oh my God, that was so cool. Thank you so much for this thought-provoking and interactive lecture. And yeah, seriously, Mbak Damar, you should not be nervous in giving lecture to college students because that was so much fun, like literally fun. And you can basically see it by how excited my friends were engaging with you in the lecture. Wow, that
Thank
was so
you.
cool.
Thank you.
Okay, maybe Mbak Damar and Mas Rizal, we can just continue to the next session ya Mas Mbak, to the Q&A session. Is that okay, Mas Rizal?
I think, sorry, Azelle, but I think we can start maybe to let student answer the question from Mbak Dama. Do you like to be a content creator? How do you plan your content first? Then we open the Q&A. Okay?
For sure.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe some of you want to share your idea.
Who wants to go first?
Does Vigo or Aura want to go first?
Go first. Hey, you raised your hand first.
Okay. So I guess like content creation has actually been like a big part of why I wanted to join communication science as my major, right? And even as a middle schooler, I always watch YouTubers post YouTube videos, and I always wanted to be YouTubers that post like fun content and with like many subscribers. I feel like content creation has always been something that I actually wanted to do, but now that I went through a lot of stuff and like I went through communication as well, I feel like not really something I want to, but I want to be part of it. So I feel like in high school I didn't really want to become a YouTuber or some sort because of course it's hard, and I don't think I have that it factor in me to become a YouTuber, and I wouldn't really know what to talk about. And so as I got older, I feel like there are more social media contents that isn't really limited to YouTube. I feel like when I was younger, YouTube was more of a space and medium for people to grow, right? Like YouTubers were the it people back then. I feel like all of you watch YouTubers as well, right? But now I feel like there's TikTok, there's Instagram. I feel like content creation in itself varies a lot. You can be a content creator from TikTok or even Instagram. And even up until college, my friend, she really likes fashion right now. And she started posting TikTok videos on fashion. And when she started off doing it, I was the one who gave her ideas on maybe you should do this, maybe you should do this. But I was never really the one to be like the brave one to actually do it. But yeah, I really like playing a part in people's content creation. And I feel like I have like big ideas in my brain. And even back then, I also applied for an internship on a broadcasting company, and they asked, why do you want to apply here? And I feel like I'd be great in like content creation in itself, but I don't think I'd be the biggest role in it, if you get what I mean. I don't think, yeah, I feel like I enjoy playing a part in it, but I don't think I'm like fit for the main role. So yeah, that's my story about content creation and such. And right now I'm still like confused on whether I should really pursue it or maybe stick to whatever I want to do right now.
Okay, Freya. I think that's great. If you really enjoy creating content, but you don't want to be featured in that content, there are a lot of influencer. There are a lot of content creator that needs a team. You know, especially the macro influencer. They always have teams, not just a person that help them, but more than one team sometimes. Okay, that can be your journey, your new journey, or maybe you can work for advertising agency. They usually have the digital content team. So your purpose will be helping the brand to make suitable content for their audience. Okay.
Thank you, Ma, for your answer.
That will help you.
Yeah, but sometimes like I see content creators and I'm like, oh my god, I want to be them. But sometimes that also happens. Like I feel like when being a content creator, like your ego, I feel like even your confidence gets bigger, right? And I feel like I also want to be like
a content creator that's like going out with her friends, going to New York and stuff.
You can try. You can always try. I tried it when I was maybe 30 years old, so there will be no late late time to create your own content. You will always find your purpose and your audience wherever you are. Okay.
Thank you, Mbak.
You're welcome.
May I go, Mbak?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Vigo, Mbak. I have this running community called hahahihi.jkt on Instagram, actually. And we do
That sounds fun.
yeah, that's very fun actually. we do have like 3 main activities actually: cycling, running, and golf. And we based on in my town actually, in Jakarta. And you know, at first it was just like you know, iseng-iseng doang, but to make this kind of community. And turns out it's actually very very fun, and it actually have like apa ya, gengsi. because the way that we observe some other communities in the same town, and the way that we can meet them basically like almost every weekend, and almost every weekend and every holiday, we kind of like, because running basically, you run on the street and you will see people, you will see similar community that runs with you. And I think that's very that's very fun for me. But the way we can actually like want to develop this community, it's a bit hard, but because you know, there's a lot of competitors, and some of them actually like very close and don't really want to collaborate with other communities. They only open for with brands, and like with brands, clothing, and coffee shops like that. Because same as us actually, we do actually like accept some brands and some coffee shops to collaborate with, and they give like free foods or free clothing stuff and stuff like that. But I think it's hard to actually like collaborate with our competitors, as you mentioned on your presentation. And yeah, I just like, how do you actually approach them? And I think, in my opinion, this is a very good prospect collaborating, because I can see my community can develop by collaborating with the other communities like that. Thank you, Mbak. Maybe for class, if you wanna check, if you haven't checked our Instagram, go to hahahihi.jkt. Thank you.
Okay, I'll check that later. Okay, the thing that you need to know about building a community is not the same as building audience. Okay, because when we want to build our community, we need to avoid brand at least the first year. Why? Because when there are brand behind the community, there will be people will think that this is sketchy. They want to sell me something. I don't want to be part of that community because they only want to sell me something. Okay, so the base of community is trust. You need to build that first. Actually, I have an example for the parenting community. We usually do not engage with brand on the very first year. We just give education, we give free classes, or maybe paid classes, but with a very small rate, just to build the trust first. When people trust to the community, have trust to the community, they will be very loyal. And when you have a very loyal community, brand will attract it to you. Okay, that's how to work with community. And then how to create a collaboration with another community. You need to have your special offers. You need to have your purpose. Okay, if you find another community that have the same purpose with you, you can be friend with them. But if you see that the purpose is different, maybe the other community is to create money, not to build community, then that might be not your perfect community to collaborate with. Okay, but if you have the same purpose with another community, like let's say good enough parents with a parent talk, that's another community that have a purpose to help parents too. We have the same purpose, we have the same vision, so we can offer what we can offer to each other's community. Like parent talk can offer us their audience, okay, and then good enough parents can offer education for their audience. So this is what collaboration will look like. You need to give them your offers. So that's why in the first presentation, I told you that it's very important to find your purpose, to know your offers, and then your USP, because these offers and USP is the thing that will attract other community or other brands to work with you. Hopefully that will help, Figo.
Sure, Mbak. Thank you very much. We'll do that for my community actually. Thank you,
Okay.
Mbak.
Thank you.
Hello, Mbak. I'm Aurel. Maybe I do also have a question. Recently, I've been very interested with social media content creating and copywriting. And in my organizations and experience beforehand, I really liked doing it. And it's a bit contrary to what I wanted to be in the first place. When I went to college, I was automatically I wanted to go to PR. But then as time goes by, I realized that I really love marketing communication, and I'm still indecisive, you know, which one I should choose for my career. But my parents are not really into of me being working in social media, content creating, or copywriting. They think, I'm so sorry, but if I say this, maybe it's a bit salah, it's a bit offensive, but they think that it doesn't make money to them. To them, it doesn't make money. But I feel like the social media now has so much so much benefit and so much potentials than what they think, you know, because they think that it seems like a small job, you know. But when I was interning at this agency, and I really liked their work, you know, as a copywriter, but my parents are not really into it, you know, because they still have that mindset that it doesn't make money, even though you have so much you have so much potentials, I think, when you work in social media. Maybe how to tell them that, you know, we have so much more than you think, you know. I just want to educate them, maybe, that whatever I choose, as long as I like it, you know. I think if I'm passionate enough, if I have so much goals and ambitions, I think I could still go as far as they want it to be. Or maybe, you know, maybe how to tell them about how to persuade them for me to work in a more creative space, because I feel like they still want me to work in like a huge corporation, you know, those kind of like 9-to-5 jobs, whereas am I lagging?
You are.
I am. Or I'm more interested in a creative type of job. That's my question, but I'm so sorry if I'm lagging.
That's very interesting. Do you know how much money did I make when I work in a big advertising agency versus when I work at my Instagram? I make 10 10 more when I work on my Instagram. Okay, so maybe that's if your parents really really need to know about how this Instagram thing will get you money. Maybe you need to give them a peek through the business, you know, like this is how influencers makes their money. This is how much they make with maybe you can have a range for the first timer. We can make here like this. When you get bigger, you can make some more money, etc. And I think it's you have more opportunity than me because you are younger, so you still have time. If you don't succeed in this, you need to have plans. So show your parents that you have plans. This is my plan. I want to try this first. Would you give me an opportunity? Will you trust me to try this one first? But don't worry, I have a saver plan too. Okay, that's actually that's what I said to my parents, but minus the saver plan because I'm older. If I don't succeed in this, so I don't know what to do. But thankfully they trust me. And then yeah, I just try, and then now I told them that, hey, look at what I did. This is how I work now. I'm happy doing this, etc. And turns out I can live from the money. And yeah, some parents just need to see what's your plans, because parents are warrior. Parents are warriors. They worry a lot about what will my children do, how will they live, how much they will make from their job. They worry a lot because they love you. So what they need to know is that you have plans. Okay, you have plans and you will do good with that plan. Okay. I hope that will help. I hope your parents will listen.
I think they do if I have a solid plan. But thank you so much for the answer.
Thank you.
Right, Mbak Damar and guys, I think maybe this is enough for Mbak Damar's question. Maybe we can just go to the next session, ya Mbak ya?
Yes.
Because yeah, we have to, because there are a lot of questions my friends have been asking. There are 12 questions in total, and yeah, so we're just going to go for it. Okay, we already have 12 questions that have been written on the PowerPoint by one of our classmates, Prima. And I would like to ask Farhan to help me with the screen sharing so that we can all see the questions. Okay, that is a lot of question. Okay, and before, as a disclaimer though, some of the questions might not be able to be answered during this session. However, if Mbak Damar, if you are willing, you may answer the questions outside of this class, maybe through Instagram DM or through Mas Rizal, or in any way you are comfortable with. And yeah, okay, so we have selected the best questions to be asked first, and hopefully the time will be magically enough to answer all of them. We can just go to the first one. Oh yeah, and Mbak Damar, if you want to skip the questions, if you want to skip to the next one, you can just tell me, we will skip it for you.
Okay.
Okay, you can go to the, okay. So the
you were mute, Azelle.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know why I clicked that. Okay, so the first question is from Asia. Okay, she asked, for someone who wants to get started in the content creation realm, it can be quite intimidating, specifically when your follower numbers are still quite low. When you first got started, how did you slowly build that number while maintaining a quality content record so it can reach a better amount of audience? Is consistency an important variable towards that desired output? Thank you. So yeah.
Okay. Yes, consistency is an important variable, and especially in Instagram, because when you are not consistent in posting your content, Instagram will hide you. So you need to consistently post your content there. And don't worry if when you first started only 10 people likes your content, only 3 people interacts in the comment. That's actually a very good starting point, because just remember, if you doing something in the room and then 10 people see what you do and they clap for you, what will you feel? Okay, maybe in Instagram, Instagram, 10 likes are not that big for us, but just imagine if that's a real world, and then 10 people are interested with what you post, what you do. That's actually very good, right? So just remember that, and just keep doing what you like. Just keep doing, keep creating content that match with your purpose. Okay. And one more, you need to focus on the progress, not the goal. That's how you can really grow. Okay, I hope that will answer your question, Meisha.
Yes, Meisha, you can turn on your microphone if you have any follow-up or any feedback towards the answer.
Yes, Ma, thank you so much for the advice. It's really enlightening to hear that. But do you think that if we were to get started, right, and to be able to, do you think that usually people like to make really clickbaity contents in like the start, right? But does that necessarily transpire into like a better engagement rate for the future?
Okay, so you don't need to worry about whether my first content will be viral or not. Just keep remind yourself that you still building your audience. So when you post something and turns out there are no people who likes it, or there are no people who engage with your content, you need to write it down that my audience don't want this kind of message. Now my audience wants something else. So you need to keep looking on that. Okay, you can write it down when this audience like this kind of post, but not this kind of post. So I can put more energy to the one that people likes. Okay, don't get too frustrated when something is not going your way. Just keep remember that I still learn from it. Okay, you still learn from the post that did not go well.
Okay, thank you so much, Ma. You have a new follower, me.
Thank
Try
you.
to learn to be a better parent.
Thank you.
All right, we will continue the next question then. Farhan, you can go to the next slide. All right, the next question is by Aurel again. I want to ask one more thing. When we are in a formal or semi-formal setting, we tend to make our content more serious. How can we explore our formal background to make our branding through content creation and copywriting more fun and engaging without stepping over the boundaries? Thank you, Mbak.
Okay, let me read it again. I want to ask, when we are in a formal or semi-formal setting, we tend to make our content more serious. Okay, how can we explore our formal background, like educational background? Did you mean our educational background, Aurelia, to make our branding through content creation?
I think it could be educational background, but maybe because I am currently in a BEM fakultas, and I have to make their content, and I have to support their content, which is more on the serious side. So how to make it more fun gitu loh, even though the message is serious. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe if you are on Instagram right now, you can open my Instagram and then open my latest reel. I talk about something serious in a fun way there. So, okay. Yes, yeah. So that's how you make something fun but more serious. The thing is you can be creative with how you communicate them, but not with what you communicate. Okay, what you communicate still needs to be inside the boundaries. Okay, still to be right, but how you communicate it, you can play with it, you can use something that is fun and engaging for the audience. Is there anything you want to ask?
What about wording, Mbak? Wordingnya.
Okay, if you work for a corporate or a brand, you need to follow the guideline, you know, because when we talk as a brand or we talk as a person, we usually have to talk to maintain that. Okay, you cannot use gimana guys in the corporate caption, right? So you need to keep that boundaries, how you say hello to the audience, how you talk to the audience. That you need to the language, yeah, you need to keep in the boundaries. But the way you say it, like maybe you use more fun character in your in your design, or maybe you need more color, you create a more colorful content. You can play with that. Okay, just remember your guidelines, and then what doesn't belong in that guidelines, you can be creative with that.
Thank you so much, Mbak. That's really helpful.
Thank you, you're welcome.
Okay, thank you so much, Aurel. We will just go to the next question, Farhan. Okay, the next question is from Giselle. The question is, since the majority of your audience is women, Mbak Damar, do you change the way you approach the audience with your content? Is there a significant difference that you have experienced when targeting a post for women versus men?
Okay, turn out in parenting, yes, there are significant difference on how we can talk about parenting for women and men, because they have different belief on parenting. They have their own comfortable learning process, etc. So I need to work on that. If I want to talk to fathers, usually I use the things, I use content that is not long, that is not using carousel, because turns out the men audience likes content that is simple, like reels, or content that they can hear in their journey, like in the car, like a podcast. So I need to create different style of education for men and women in my audience context.
All right. Giselle, do you have anything to say?
No, thank you so much, Mbak, for the answer. It's really comprehensive.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Giselle. Let's go to the next question. Farhan, please. Okay. The next question is from Prima. The question is, hello, Mbak. I've heard a few times that creating arts or creations for children have special requirements, and I heard that those requirements are quite hard to follow. Is that correct, Mbak? Or do you have any stories to share about creating arts or creations for children? Thank you.
Okay, yes, this is true, because children are learning differently from adults. Okay, they need to learn something that is very concrete. They need to experience something in hands-on learning, etc. But because I work with their parents, so I don't usually create something or create contents for the children. But I do teach the parents how to create activity or to create learning materials for their children. And yes, it's very different from how adults learn. Is that answering your question, Prima?
Yeah, but it's actually a new information for me as well, because at first I think it wasn't true, but then it is a really new information. But thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Prima. Wow, I think we can maybe answer all of the questions ya, Mbak ya, since
all right.
quite
We have time.
Okay. Farhan, you can go to the next question. Okay, the next question is from Nabil. Hi, Mbak Damar. I would like to ask about content creation through multi-platforms medium. As a content creator, should we be able to create contents that works in multiple social media platforms, or should we stick to one of the platforms that attracts the most audience?
Okay. Actually, I think if we want to create contents that works in multiple social media platforms, that would be very difficult, because I believe that every platform has their own uniqueness that we need to follow so we can grow in that platforms. So I would say that if you are building your platform, maybe we can stick, or maybe we can focus on one platform first, so you get to know your audience better. And then when you thrive in that platform and you want to try another platforms, you already have this community where you can tell your audience, hey, I tried this new platform, maybe you want to take a look at that platform, etc. So you have a solid base first, solid audience first, and then you move to another platforms. But I think these rules are okay for the individuals, but not for the brands. Brands usually have teams where every teams will focus on every platform. Like this one focus on TikTok, this one focus on YouTube, this one focus on Instagram. If you are a personal branding that want all of them, maybe you need to pay a lot for your mental health, because that will burn you out. That will burn you out. Okay, so focus on one first, maybe. Nabil?
Okay, thank you, Mbak. That shed light on many things. Thank you so much for your answer.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Nabil. Mbak Damar, is it okay if you answer like several more questions?
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much, Mbak. Yeah, well, I mean, this is my class, you know, we are very, very active. So yeah, there will be a lot of questions asked. Farhan, you can go to the next slide. Okay, the next question is from Nachwa or Wawa. She actually asked two questions, but we put her second question first. So the question is, do you think for aspiring content creator that they need to put their content on Instagram ads, etc., or is organic audience better because the growth is so slow?
Okay, I think putting IG on advertising, on ads, it's a great additional strategy too, because if you learn about how we targeted audience, we need more reach, right? These ads can help us to reach people that are not our followers, right? And when we want more people to see our content, so our purpose will get to more people, we can use that ads. It doesn't matter if it's not growing organically, but these ads will help you to touch people who might be interested in your content. And when people, we call it the cold ini. In business, we call it the cold potential customer. Okay, the cold potential customer, and we want to turn them into the warm potential customer. So these ads will turn that cold potential customer, the one that doesn't follow us, into a warm potential customer. That is the one that follow us, and then we will turn the one that will that follow us into the hot potential customer. The hot one is the one that really engage with us, the one that will buy whatever we ask them to buy. Okay, so that's the journey. We need to change the cold potential customer into the warm one and then the hot one. Hope that's answering your question, Najwa.
Do you have any follow-up or any feedback, Wawa?
No, that's enough. Thank you so much, Mbak. Thank you, Azelle.
All right. Maybe before we continue to the next slide, Mas Rizal asked something in the chat. I will read them for you, Mbak Damar. Yeah, do you manage?
Wait a minute.
Okay, Mbak. I'm sorry.
Okay, sorry, Azelle, I'm back.
Okay, Mbak. Okay, I will read Mas Rizal's question in the Zoom chat. Do you manage your account and contents by yourself, or you have a team to help you?
Okay, I still manage my account by myself, but I have additional help. One person that will help me to design my content. So I still write my content by myself, but someone do the design. And then I have another team that is it's like an account executive, you know, where she works with advertising agency, and then find a brand that will work for me, that will work with me, okay, that will collaborate with me. So I have two people that help me.
All right, thank you so much, Mbak Damar. Mas Rizal.
I'm also wondering that when you try to build engagement by answer the DM, how do you do it?
I do my best. I do my best with my time. I do my best with my time. Usually I dedicate it like 30 minutes or 1 hour to answer DMs, to reply comments like that, Mas Rizal. And that people who replies should be me, because the conversation is about a parent's challenge and what they should do. So the person who replies that need to know or need to have the knowledge to answer that. Yeah. So I cannot give that to my team. Yeah. That's how I build trust with my audience.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, thank you so much, Mas Rizal. Farhan, you may go to the next slide. Okay, the next question is by our MC, Freya. The question is, hi, Mbak Damar, I'm Freya. I'd like to ask something on content creation. Since there are already millions of content creators, how can we make sure that our content is unique in itself and different than others so that we can attract audiences?
Okay, so the answer is on the first slide of my presentation. You need to hold on your purpose. you need to have purpose. If you don't have purpose, your content might be the same as other people, or might be not consistent. Sometimes it becomes this typical of content, and some days they become another different types of content. So you have to be you have to hold on your purpose, and then you need to find your unique selling proposition based on what you can offer. That's how you create a content that is unique.
Okay, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like from like a point of view of someone who likes to see content creators, I feel like there can also be a possibility where content creators' purposes are the same or maybe even similar, but because I keep seeing like youth organizations that also do content creation, but I feel like their purposes are almost the same. I feel like I can see those who are their purpose could be mental health, but there are also a lot that use that purpose as well, mental health. So I feel like even though it's similar, what can be one of the ways that we can do for our unique selling point? But could it be like maybe graphic design or maybe other stuff? But
okay, I think the graphic design that can work, but actually a lot of people with Canva or with their design skill can imitate that. So I think you need to invest on your skill, like soft skill, like your knowledge or your other thing that you can offer to your audience. So let's say in the parenting, they all have the same purpose, like to help parents to make their day easier. But I have my own offers. Maybe another influencer offers their psychological knowledge, and then I have my positive discipline and Montessori knowledge. Or maybe there are another influencer, Montessori based, also have a purpose, who wants to help parents, but they do not offer the USP, that the continuum of change in their content. They just give knowledge. They just give knowledge through that content. But I do more than that. I give knowledge and then help them build the skill based on that knowledge. So you need to find that one thing that makes you different from another influencer in that area.
okay.
Right.
So maybe what I can conclude, maybe it's fine if our purposes are similar, but maybe it's something more on what we can offer that is different than other content creators. Yeah,
Yes. That's why if you go through my page, you will see that I don't just give a content that show a knowledge, but I also give them a task, like the one that I did with you guys today. I always give them a task. Okay, try this with your kids for a week and get back to me, like that. Okay, so that one will help my audience to build skill from the knowledge that I share.
Okay, thank you, Mbak, for your answer.
Thank you.
Okay. This is right now 14:36, and I think a lot of you are close to feel overwhelmed by this session. So yeah, maybe we can just stop the Q&A session for now, because there was already a lot of questions asked, and yeah, we have been doing this for a long time now. So yeah, Mbak Damar, what do you think? Should we end this session or?
Okay. Okay, thank you guys. I didn't expect that this class will be will be very interactive. Thank you so much that you would interact with me, that you will answer my question, that you would did what I asked you. Thank you so much. I'm a firm believer that in order to turn knowledge into a skill or a new habit, you need to try it on. Okay, so maybe after this, you can try that strategy on your social media. You can find your own purpose, you can find your offers and then your USP, and you can also create your own strategy. Okay, if this strategy doesn't work with you, you can always create your own unique strategy, because in content creation there are no one strategy that can fit all. That's for me, from me. Thank you. Mas Rizal, do you have something in mind that maybe I forgot to tell the student in here?
Oh, I think it is great. You let me flow in your presentation and discussion. I'm very happy. So I think you share your experience and also your knowledge about how to create content comprehensively.
Thank you.
Yeah. Honestly, I learned from you. Yeah, I learned from you, because I'm not a content creator. I just try to doing social rehab. Yeah, I try to withdraw from social media and try to consume the other one. So. But sometimes when I listen your presentation, I think it's just like to start again, how to write, to share something maybe, yeah, concerned with my specialty in communication or in media. Maybe I want to share about digital literacy. Yeah, you inspire me again, Damar. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mas Rizal. Thank you, Azella. Thank you, Freya.
Yes, thank you so much, Mbak Damar, for everything, for being here, for delivering a wonderful lecture, for answering our questions, and yeah, thank you so much. Okay. All right. Thank you so much once again, and I also want to thank Mas Rizal for giving me this opportunity to be the moderator for this course. And to everyone here, I would like to apologize if I made any mistakes on my behalf throughout this course. So yeah. Thank you so much, everyone, and I will be giving back the screen to the MC. Freya, the screen is yours. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much, Azella, as our moderator today. I'm sure it was very thrilling and also tiring to be reading all those questions from us. I think all of us were very excited for Mbak Damar to answer all our burning questions, and thank you so much as well to Mbak Damar to have presented a wonderful presentation and also gave us interactions on how to do a client brief and all that such, and also a huge thank you for you to answer all our burning questions. I'm sure all of us have more questions to ask. Maybe if it's okay with Mbak Damar, you guys can ask again through Mbak Damar's maybe Instagram or even other social media platforms if Mbak Damar is comfortable. So I feel like to wrap up for this class today, I would like to maybe conclude a bit on content creation, since it is part of our study plan, and I'm sure all of you maybe have learned a lot from the session, but to give a little flashback to our session early on. So if you guys want to start on content creation, now is never too late. Maybe you need a little push of confidence. Maybe you need something unique to sell. It's okay. It's all part of the process. And if you still have a dream to do content creation, maybe you can find your unique selling point first, maybe your uniqueness and maybe what you want to offer, and also all the other purposes you might want for your content. And I guess later on, if you guys do want to do content creation, maybe you guys need to find your unique selling point, and also more steps such as brand messages and maybe finding a suitable brand point and others. So maybe the key point is this content creation thing hopefully can keep you growing. You need to invest on yourself and maybe master your platform and maybe do a collab instead of competition. And we have all learned a lot from this class today. And I hope all of you, if you have the bravery to start content creation, if you want to, then start now. From what we can learn from Mbak Damar, maybe it can be useful to all of us. And maybe before we close this class, maybe we need to take a picture to summarize today with Mbak Damar and also Mas Rizal as well. So can you guys please turn on your cameras? I feel like this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. I'll be waiting for maybe 5 seconds, I guess. Okay. Does anyone want to screenshot or should I do it? If anyone wants to. Okay, maybe I can take a picture now, yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, second slide. 1, 2, 3.
Happy.
Thank you so much, Mas Rizal and Damar, for this opportunity. I'll go back to maybe Mas Rizal if you still have a lot of more points to say, Mas. Thank you so much, and I hope you all have a great afternoon and evening.
Yeah, for me, my closing statement is thank you very much for class, Azella, Freya, Farhan, and other one. So big thank you to Damar. I'm very happy. I'm glad to see you again in this class. So I hope next time maybe we can collaborate again in other topics. I think you don't forget to talk about advertising. Yes.
Sure, Mas Rizal.
Okay, and I wish all of you always safe and sound, yeah, and always healthy. So thank you very much, guys. Maybe we can see you again in the next class.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mbak.